Welcome to my first video on the Credit Valley Railroad circa 1900, and this is the layout in my basement at Thunder Bay, new home. Coming into the train room, we see that we now have a crew lounge and lots of supplies ready for the layout, research books, TV on the wall so I can check out the videos, computer so I can get online. In this big box here, I brought up the Quarry Helix I had on the old layout. It was working fine, so we're doing it. However, right now I'm using it for storage on the top to lay things out. Coming across to the workbench. On my workbench, it's a mess right now. We're laying out trackage. That red box dead center behind the blue paper towels is an Mars 3D printer. I have not even opened it because I'm not at the detail point yet. As you can see, the layout is 2 levels in a shadow box format. I'm taking this on my cell phone, so it's not the steadiest. I don't have one of those fancy camera rigs with the no shake notion, so when I walk it shakes. Now I'm going to start here at the bottom. On the bottom layer, this is our return loop. In the middle of the return loop will be Agater Farm. No, will be Matheson Farm. Matheson Farm, Robin and Letty. Robin was a friend of mine. He was a great modeler, and I've got some of his farm buildings. At the back is the 2-track staging yard, which represents Toronto. In the center here will be Agater Farm. Paul Agater, if you remember, is the gentleman that came from Switzerland and built the layout when I had my hobby shop. There'll be a farm in that corner. It'll be called Garner Farm. Scott Garner is a new friend up here that's helping me with this layout. Coming around past the grove of trees in that open area will be the Cheltenham Station and the servicing area. Water, wood, coal, that type of thing. Coming across the open area, as you can see, we're still laying tracks in the Boston Mills area. This will be Boston Mills, and in the back there'll be the big Spalding Mill with the wheel. In the corner there will be Philby Farm. James Philby wrote the book on the Credit Valley Railway that got me started. Up in the back there, Cabin on the Hill with Ma and Pa Caswell in it. Coming across, again, you can see where we're laying track at Sligo Junction, which is now called Inglewood, the crossing of the Hamilton Northwestern Rail. Coming through Sligo, this will be a large town, 20 some odd buildings. And as we go past where the track is being laid, that open area will have a little truss bridge on it, the Credit River under it. We fall into the industrial area of the Forks of the Credit. There's the Credit Valley Tile and Brick Company at the back. On the front, on the left, the Bell Fountain Furniture, and on the right, the Brimstone Cooperage. Coming across in the corner here will be the large trestle, Forks of the Credit trestle. Coming around the open area here that you see where the pink foam's lined up at the front, that's the track that's on my workbench right now. The station will be there on the left. The track at the back is for the Crow's Nest Sandstone Quarry. Coming across, there'll be a yard, 2 tracks, and a servicing area at the Forks of the Credit. Crossing another truss bridge over the Credit River, McLaughlin Bottling Works, where they got the spring water that they took to Toronto for Canada Dry Ginger Ale. And then coming around, that's where the Crow's Nest Quarry spur comes back into the main line and into our 7-level helix. Coming up back into the layout, the track at the front is the Aurora branch. There'll be one staging track, or 2 staging tracks on the top of the helix. At the back is the line coming up from Forks to the Credit. Coming in, pardon the shakiness, but this is my handheld cell phone again. At the back, there'll be probably 6-foot long section of the Credit River with a Churches Falls in it, named after the town. And the front is the yard coming across. There's the turntable where the Aurora branch locomotives will be turned for the return trip. Coming across the spur at the back that goes behind the hill is to the gravel pit. Coming around the front corner, we come into Alton. Now Alton will be represented a little differently on this layout than on the last layout. This one will be almost prototypically laid out. There's another truss bridge over the Credit coming across. I did save 2 modules from my old layout. This one here is the Melville Junction module. At the crossroads there will be Melville Junction Station. And we come across, you see in the back there, old Shep's office from Shepherd Logging. This is the Shepherd Logging module that was saved. The part cut out of that pink hill there, that will be on my workbench. There's about 12 buildings that have to go there. A little log bridge. Coming around the corner, in the corner will be Batchelor Apple Orchards. A friend of mine, Andrew Batchelor, his parents had an apple orchard there just south of Orangeville. Now, we'll pan across the Orangeville yard, which this time is about 8 foot long, and it will be almost prototypical in its layout. Orangeville yard, the station will be there. See all my pile of wiring that has to be done on that yard. Coming around the back corner, a couple of sidings there. In this pink area, my lady Lori decided that a circus should come to Orangeville, so she's going to be doing a circus there. And then we come to the upper reverse loop. In the middle of the upper reverse loop will be Broadway, Orangeville, the downtown core, and then out into a rural area beyond the reverse loop. That is the layout 2020.